Well, all right. We got. Is my mic? Hey, there's my mic. Okay, cool. Mic is working. Good. Uh, yeah. So you can see my old case behind me. This is there's the new boy. So yeah, this is a pretty simple matter today. It's just moving shit from left to right and yanking everything over here. Dude gave me a free malt. That's cool. What is that? A hex screw? Who uses a hex screw? Um, X bits? Is that works bit? Check the other side. X bits. Yep, we got a winner. So I'm gonna quickly pull this out. Right. Happy little malt. Always use another. Never don't need. I just dropped a screw, and that's bad. Fuck did it go? Oh, I see it. There you are. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be installing modules and stuff today. Not that that's a major thing, um, but yeah, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna take a bit, you know. Let's get that guy closer, and we'll get this guy a little bit more angled, and then we should be good to get going here. So, yeah. So interesting. I mean, it's interesting changes. It's it's bigger. It's bigger than I thought because it's substantially wider. So this is 168 HP. My other case was 120. The wood is thicker, but it's not that heavy, which is nice. And this one has Z rails. Let's see, sliding nuts. Anyway, this guy makes me happy. So we're gonna get going. Earlies. No, I'll probably just kind of go row by row. I'm gonna basically put it over there in the same order that it is now. Uh, the only difference being it's more width. So I'm gonna have some open spaces in each row, and as I go, I might put a few other old stuff in just to. These are all effect send cables in place. And yeah, and then we start screwdrivering and knurly removal. So this shouldn't be super duper long, just because I have an electric screwdriver. That just makes it so much easier. My God. Oh, that one's stripped. Fuck. All right. So chunk number 1 is the mixer. And for now, I'm going to keep it over here, and then I'm going to separate all of my sort of my sequencing stuff. Keep that all on one side also. Can I go 2 melodizers? I don't know. Not sure I can, but I'm going to. It might be temporary. But man, that'd be kind of cool. Have the dual melodizers back again. That'd be dope. Glad I charged this screwdriver a couple days. Yeah, never a bad idea. Or like shit, man. Like I know I kind of complain about my mixer a little bit, but seriously, there is nothing that compares to the bang for the buck that you get that Tex mix. It's pretty freaking spectacular. So speaking of which, let's plug this. I have another 4-channel, and I don't remember if it's mono or stereo, that I can actually daisy chain onto this. So I think it's mono. If that's the case, then I want to bother because I think it had some problems with it. So obviously, I don't want to put something that's some busted ass module. Stupid. All right, so I do want this buffered malt for now is going to be my clock manager, but it probably won't stay that way because I have a 1U row going right through the middle, and I think I'm going to use that as like clock central and get either a 1U temps util or a PAM's 1U version. So this is, of course, just like my other case, this is only going to be the first iteration. This thing, there's going to be moving, there's going to be changing. Unfortunately, I need to upgrade my modular grid account and start paying for their unicorn version or whatever, that I can actually put this whole case plotted out. Probabilistic generator, I was considering moving this because it feels like I don't use it as a sequencer as much as I just do as a random modulation source. If that's the case, then I really don't need it, front and center. Rest of the sequencers. But again, leave it there for now. Let's see. So this is a really different setup too, because this does not have built-in transformers in the power supplies. These are all big old laptop transformers. Two of them, two external ones. I'm gonna check really quick. I'm gonna power up the bottom two rows here. Look and see, and it looks like everything is working normal. Okay. Well, it would work. It would work fine. It's just that you're sacrificing a mixer channel by daisy chaining another mixer with it, right? So, you know, if you're fine with that, then who cares? Oh my god, dude. We're gonna have the dual mixer set up, and this. Because seriously, why the fuck not? Yeah, it's always an option. Also, only a mono mixer. I mean, for 4 mono channels, you can get a lot cheaper offerings than a quad VCA. That's not cheap. I'll send the message straight to the mercy. Wow, that is. Hey, modular makers, this is dumb. You're gonna save money on a cable. Cable costs us 3 cents more than it should. We're out of business. Ah! Said no one ever. Fucking dumb. Well, yeah, it's mono. They're just single channel VCAs. So, okay, now that is a sexy sequencer. Get you a little bit. Get you a little bit. There we go. That's such a better angle. Nobody need to see me. I want to see the goo. A little bit of me. There we go. Okay. So that's the bottom row. Still got, a chunk of space available, obviously. Part of me was like, you should just stick the subharmonicon in the rack? Tempting. Really is. I use it all the time. Like, that would be the thing to do, to be honest. But that's also a lot of space. What is that? 60? Is that 68 HP or something like that? All right, yeah, we're gonna go ham bone now with the Nurleys. I've got a couple here on the Versio that are stripped out, so I have them partially screwed in. But I was like, I'm pulling that thing every 5 seconds anyways to put new firmware on, so just leave it. Who cares? Who cares? That one's stripped out too. Damn it. All right. Yeah. So, and now, of course, I have other options. I mentioned it maybe once before on stream. But the fact is that I have a Eric Synths Black Hole DSP2 effects unit. I also have the Tip Top ZDSP sitting at home. They're just sitting there. They're not used at all. In fact, I think I have the. Fuck it. Put it in. As long as I have cables. I should have enough cables for everything because everything comes with a cable. It's good. So this gives me a lot more freedom now, and I can have like individual effects for like each voice if I need to, with obviously individual modulators and all of that stuff. Boom. 1, 2, 3 FX aids. Okay. Can't get the, there it is. Okay. Can't get the cable out. Pop. There it is. Bucket of FX aids here. I'll actually reach to the bottom. Put some on the bottom and make sure that I have enough. That is barely reaching. So yeah, this is of course one of the things that you do when you're setting up is kind of battling with like, hey, how long are my cables? Will everything actually reach where it needs to go? Is it going to be a pain in the butt trying to place stuff? If I place a whole bunch of things, will I be masking over the next stuff so that I can't put it like this? Like, I'm trying to plug stuff in, and this mixer is already there, and it's in the way, which is plug it in. So, you know, these little things like that can be extremely frustrating. See, now that's a cable. That's a cable right there. There's a cable. That'll go anywhere. Beautiful. Up, jump. Don't end it all yet. Life is worth living as 4 mono channels. Hand stuck. Hand, you're sorry. We are sorry. Your hand is too fat. I also have the Erica Synths dual drive distortion. So that will need to be found and used. All right. Black mixer. I'm gonna have a whole Erica synths section in here. Oh, I also found this underneath my shelf. Giant paintbrush for dusting purposes. You need one of those. Don't buy a special one from Befaco. Just fucking brush. I was like, hey, buddy, my pal. Oh shit, this goes. Damn. I may move the kickane up a row. Just to kind of keep all of my drum stuff all in the same place. Have it all like right next to each other. If I do that, I should probably do that like right fucking now. Right? Wouldn't that make sense? Let's do that. Let's move this up next to the sample drum. Like so. I'll keep the dot sequencer down here because, again, it is a sequencer and we use it for multiple things. So all of that is going to be kind of cool. I'm tempted to put the SIG in between the two melodicers. Nah, that's okay. I can leave them the way it is. It's fine. God, two melodicers is so sexy. Prove me wrong, kids. Prove me wrong. Up yours, children. Multiple Skinners. Oh, forgot something. It's the Versio. You got the fucking Versio. Motherfucking Versio. So, FYI, this is all. I was thinking about the Vector too, but man, where it go? I mean, that's another 50-something HP. So, yeah, I will probably use the same thing for clock for now, but that's going to be, future expansion. Yeah, it's a big boy. Yeah, he's a big boy there, and then he threw in a little passive mult, little happy little passive mult right there that you can't read. Camera, come on, camera, don't be a dick. It doesn't matter. It's a passive mult. You can stick it anywhere. Here, it goes in the 1U row. Here, there we go. It's perfect. That's perfect. I don't know. We'll keep it. It's a 2 HP passive mult. It's a happy little module to have at your disposal. All right. Finishing up with row 2. The other stereo filter, Francisco, if you're still here. Yeah, dude. I looked last night. I looked and it said it was still in New York. Clearly, that's not right. Like, it just got to New York a couple days ago, and they didn't obviously have to deal with it much in customs or anything. So, boom! I was a bit surprised. Came back from around a disc golf and big old honking box. All right, T Networks. Where you go, T Networks? How about you go here? You're analog. You don't take much power. Oh, just happy that there's Z-Rails. I must say, it is a good thing. It is a very happy thing. I got sliding nuts for no real reason other than I think it was just a lot cheaper, and I didn't really care that much. And then I had Z-Rails on my small Arturia cases, and I didn't really like them. They didn't always work right. We're always a little off center, and like you ended up wasting like, oh, I lost an HP here and there, and you know, it's not cool. It's not cool. Two HP ADSR. And I forgot to get the Behringer 182 sequencer from home too. I might actually. I have a Maleco quad envelope at home also, and a ornament in crime. I don't really need the ornament in crime though. That's much more at home in a small case. So I think I'm gonna leave. But it looks pretty. Oh, I was gonna mention the Popple. The Popple filter is fucking great. It's a really nice stereo filter for I think under $200. I mean, it's fantastic. But if you were like, man, I need to get one that has the most like variable sound, the Ikari, definitely. This guy. It's just a fantastic filter. It's wonderful. Well, don't just pop off. Like watch a video. There are videos on it from multiple people, including DivKid. I think Robin. So oh, I offer. No, I'm not going to sell it. But I sell it. I love it. Sell it. Listen to this guy. Okay, do we start putting stuff in? Start screwing things in? No, actually, probably not yet. I think I'm going to start screwing things in once I've got everything pulled and ready. I don't want to have to undo something, you know, because I have to go underneath it or some bullshit. Um, but let's double check here. I'm going to turn on the bottom two power headers. Make sure that everything looks good, looks copacetic. Yeah, power LEDs, all that is a decent thing. All right, looks all shiny. That is a really bright blue LED right there. And I hate it. Hey, Nick. I don't know what's going to go in here yet. I'm thinking for now, you know what would be a good thing to shove in here would be the lizard module. Because this can be an 8-step sequencer. It's a step sequencer. Or it can be an oscillator or like that. But it is really, really red. Like look at this thing. What do you think you're doing? Huh? Being all red and shit. It's like, come on, man. Black and silver. Those are the only legal colors. How come nobody's made like green and purple modules? I think there's one. There's one or two. Seems like a wasted opportunity. You could have a whole modular that looks like a psychedelic freakout. And nobody's built a module that's only a light, like a light display. What's that? This is by Uryan Modular. Uryan. It's a small company out of Hungary. It's 168 HP, but it's got a 1U row in the middle, obviously. So it's the same 5 rows, but yeah, it's like a 30% upgrade in space, basically. So I went from 120 to 168. And honestly, realistically, this is about as big as I think I can get. You know, until I have like a standalone space that's 100% my own, I don't really have room to put more stuff. So eventually, though, I'll have this case to put next to it. Then the party really starts, you know? Really? The BIA was purple? Huh. I have a little more respect for them. That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke, in case you're wondering. I'm okay with noise engineering. It's make noise. Those are the ones that annoy me. Just looking at them is hard. Makes me want to slap someone. Oh, wait. You designed this stuff? Smack! The hell was that for? Just glad I'm not the only one that says that. There's a lot of people out there that really love. They might work totally fine, But from a design standpoint, yeah. Listen to all of these fucking knurlies that I'm pulling, and I'm only halfway. Nice thing is the stuff at the top should all be right there behind, like the power plugs are going to be right behind the module. I didn't move anything around up there ever. The stuff at the bottom, I had all crisscrossed and going from one row to the next and all kinds of weird shit. Trying to pin down that weird ground loop power issue that I had. All right, row 3. Chonk. Chonky. Chonky chonk. CSL. Chonky chonk. Chonkity chonk chonk. CSL is a chonk. Is a chonker. Analog chonker. I'm gonna have to raise my chair up too, because it's not tall enough. You raise the chair up so you see your modular. All right, that guy's gonna go there. I'm a little bit nervous that the shit on these rows is just gonna fall out as soon as I start like moving. I'm gonna bonk into something and just like, oh, gonna fall to its death. There. Z-rail. Italian candy. For chunky though, things were fun. Here's a small square of candy. Or chuckles. Green and the yellow chuckles were really. I mean, they're just gumdrops. That's all they were. Also nice thing, a random secondary note is that when you're working in here and you do not have internal power supplies, it doesn't have high voltage going through here at all. Like if you look on the old one, here, got all of that stuff down there. Like that's mains. This is mains voltage, right? Coming in from that side. And you know, dropping a screw in there. I mean, it is all shrink wrapped and protected and stuff like that. Like I was always nervous working inside of there all just because there is mains voltage like going around from place to place, you know. Um, but his wire management stuff was pretty decent. So I mean, this is a fine case. I have really no problems at all um, with my old case. You know, never really had any issues with it. Yeah, this is going to start to become a little bit more of an issue here. I'm going to start popping any of these that have a long cable on it. I'm going to start popping them down a row. Really shouldn't be an issue either way, but here and then, if I just throw one to a different header, different power header, I can make sure that I absolutely will not run up. uber careful plugging shit in so that I'm not flexing the bus boards too much. Just gonna stick like a single mounting screw in a few of these, and so it doesn't start to move around, fall to its death. Dramatic attempt to avoid responsibility. No, get back! You're a filter! Live your best filter life! You're too young. He was so young. Love that rainbow cable. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, this is not exactly exciting TV. Like when DivKid did this with a friend of his that got this giant case, and then they spent like 4 or 5 hours putting modules. It's like I watched the whole thing, I will admit, but yeah, it's not great TV. That's for sure. All right. This chonky Instruo Chonker number 2. Oopa. Triple chonk, because it's got 3 modules in one. I don't know if I will or not. That thought definitely crossed my mind, but I do have a bunch of long ones. The only time I'm going to need long ones is when I go from like one corner to the other, and I already have to use longer ones for that. So this isn't really going to be a huge departure. Essentially what I did was I added the space of one melodizer to the width of a little over that. A little more than that, but not by much. So and that's also why I stuck with 5 rows instead of adding like a full like 6th row. It should be okay with what I have for the most part. I may move the R bar down a row. Cross threading. Okay. Already running into the Z Rails issues of things not 100% totally being perfectly centered and correct. And I've already found it right here between the Popple and the Zadar and the Neutron filter. They're all a little bit off. A little bit. It's like a half of an HP spare spare space right there. Frankly, I don't appreciate it. No, sir. No, I don't. Now, we're going to put these guys over to one side, just like I have them now. These guys, I mean, Turing machine complex here. Because I do like having them camped out. However, I am going to order some more patch cable. I'm going to get some of these silicone ones. I've got some. I really like them. I believe they are still made, sold as tendrils. Often people talk about hushed and pleased tones. There. I agree, because they're nice and they're really, really low profile, and they're like a one-piece molded insulation. So it's not like a connector that comes unscrewed. Yeah, I'm gonna stick the R bar right next to Luba. I also have a clouds, an actual original clouds at home. It's tempting. Take the mini clouds here and put it in my small system at home, and then have the full size clouds here. I don't know if it's gonna matter. Frankly, I don't really like it. I don't really use it much, and every time I use it, it just sounds like feedback. It sounds like poo. Go. R bar in place. Almost. Chonk. There. That's just a beautiful road. The edge, 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 the edge. The edge, the edge, the edge. Yeah, hey, no pulse. What's up? Yeah, new rack day, new case day. I know. I played like the worst game of disc golf. Like, God, it's got to be at least 10 years. It was comically bad. Like 18 over par. At a course that I normally average 6, 7. Right? So just 18 over par. It was just hammering. Get home, giant box sitting in my driveway. I'm like, yeah. since I don't have my video synth to play with yet. Only suckers use their fingers. Bam. Done. 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 Love this screwdriver. This thing, by the way, these are the shit. Okay? Little electronic screwdriver. Got lights on the end. Android port to charge it. It's got, I can't stop it. Like, it's got enough torque where I squeeze as hard as I can and I can't stop it. I think it was about 30, 35 bucks. Oh my god, it's so nice. Oh. Otters. Why can't we domesticate otters? Oh, you can't watch YouTube? Oh, that sucks. That's lame. Yeah, I have to be disciplined. I will say, like, I can't, I don't have that much time. So, like, when you fall down a rabbit hole and you start doing random weird stuff on YouTube, and you're like, oh god. I'm school teacher, so it's like, oh god, I have kids coming in 5 minutes, and I have to poop and eat and send 79 email responses. Yeah, it's a bad time. So yeah, now I'm kind of just doing one at a time, and as soon as I pull it, I'm gonna. And I think what I'm gonna do, probably ultimately here, I'm gonna take a picture of this, and then take it to modular grid and fill everything from the photos, and then see what we've got left. This is, of course, as I've mentioned before, this is not the final arrangement of this. It's close because honestly, I do have my workflow is pretty good on this. I mean, I've got the classic, stuffed all my oscillators on the left side. Filters are right next to it. A lot of my like utilities and stuff like that are kind of in the center top. Oh, I see. Yeah. No live YouTube streams. Interesting. Yeah. Well, even me as a teacher, like it's a little weird. On occasion I have like students that pop into a stream. You don't need. I don't really care. I'm not keeping my name a secret. It's very obvious. Anybody that like, oh my god, I gotta find out. Like, I have a business and stuff. You can find out easily who I am, where I live. It's not hard to do. But my kids are stupid like this, and they'll just start spewing out private info to like random strangers. It. All right. Come on, got it. I lost my bit. It's terrible. Right now, so here's what it looks like when I do the overhead. Now, obviously, I need to straighten it out a little bit more. But I don't really have a good plan. I don't know. Can't get the whole thing. It's particular my web. So the big problem is this. Is this tripod and stuff. It needs to come out like a lot more. Like that camera should be floating like out here, right? And then I can actually have a decent angle view coming back down. I don't know how the fuck to do that. No, I don't know. Like I need something to clamp on to nothing. There's nothing here. That's the problem. The only thing I have is this. This is a wall right there. Right? That's a wall section. And I'm like, I feel like that would be kind of perfect. You know, and you're watching. Like I feel like that wall would be perfect. Yeah, it is. It is upside down. It always has been. I've always had that overhead camera up there. Not, no, not upside down. Not upside down. Oh, hello. Anyways, yeah. So, what I think I'm gonna do is bring my mirrorless camera from home, which when COVID was going and I was streaming like almost every single night, and I was teaching remotely, like that was nice. You don't need it there. It would definitely come in handy here, and that way, if I need to, I can always throw a wide angle lens on it, and I don't know what you mean by the other one. It shouldn't be upside down. It is upside down. You can reverse it and stuff. Which, of course. Oh God! Oh fuck! Everything has fallen out. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Damn it! Just throwing modules, just whipping them around. Fuck it. Who cares? It's the white module section, right? That makes me a little scared. Let's not do that. That's a bad idea. It's just how things get broken and sad. All right. Let's anchor this guy in place so that it can move out of the way. Rings. All right. I'm gonna have to stand. I hope you can hear my voice okay. I think that should be all right. Not that I have a huge amount to say right now. It's just fucking grunt work. Now, there's only one issue right now with this case. He forgot the remote control for the LEDs. And you can see up here, corner. So that's the sensor right there. That's the remote sensor. Yeah, it's and then there's a 1U row. So the 1U row, I want to turn this into my clock central. So I either need to get a separate clock module. I was thinking about getting that. I think it's a Zork Dork Modular has this 1U utility row that's just like chonk blob of stuff, and it's got malts and all kinds of things in it. That's sort of tempting. Yeah, as long as the audio is filtering out like the fan background, which unless I'm talking. Fortunately, yeah, this is just kind of drudge work right now. Exciting. I mean, it's exciting. Don't get me. Oh, what a shock. That one's stripped out too. Oh, check this out. The non-polarized doesn't have a notch on. The heck kind of cracked out monkey did that? All right, we're gonna have to test this. Make sure that I have it set up right. Otherwise, yep. Okay. Powered on correct. And I guess one of the things that I am really looking sort of forward to is when I do an upgrade of some sort or a change or whatever, it's going to be so much easier. It's because of the rails. Like to be able to just like swap stuff over, move things, and not really be too concerned with like, oh, I have to move things around, and are there enough screws there or nuts? I mean, because I had the sliding nuts on my old case. You know, hey, hey. By the way, the 860, look how cool this thing is. Completely enclosed. It's enclosed in steel. Kind of wonderful. It really doesn't want to stay here. Would help if it was derp. So I had these like finger tight, and now I'm just kind of. Back. Yeah, that is the good question, isn't it? I don't know. Again, I've got a few things that I could add. I'm I'm giving serious thought to putting the subharmonicon in here in like the top row because I think I use that thing all the time. Almost every single patch has the subharmonicon in it somewhere. And like shit, man. There you go. Like this is what I have left. It. I have 120 HP, and that'll be like, brrp. And then subharm. But I think, I think, I think I'm gonna do it. I think it's a good idea. I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick the data like right here. I think it's a little bit too wide though. So I might put it like in the middle someplace, but I'm not sure yet. I like it where it's at because honestly, being able to run all of the clock down the side and then to the mults on the bottom row was pretty sweet. I mean, I gotta say, it was actually not a horrible idea. Worked. So yeah, I gotta look into that too. Whether I can just throw the subharm up there and that's it, right? Do I have to do anything else with it? Obviously, there's power to think about and stuff. Hmm. Hmm. In fact, I don't have any screws bottom two. Go back. Arbybles. You know what? Put it honk. All right. Now for the final hurrah. Some top row. I have to just let some of these hang here. I can actually get. to buckle my shoe. Crisscrossed all over the place. The screws on my stochastic function generator. Ridiculous. Heck. Thinking like this, that's probably been in here. Oh no, I've dropped in early. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. There you go. Disappear. I don't know. Now I got all these little tiny 4 HP modules. Abilities. Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. I looked him up on Reverb, just because of the pricing of its stuff. Like way less than typical for what you got. I mean, I was really looking at those cabinets, but like, fuck, man, I don't know. Number one, it doesn't come assembled, and I know he's trying to make them, cheaper, the average person. Hence the name, right? But it comes flat packed, and you have to assemble the whole case yourself, including the power supply. You have to put all of that in there. You have to do all of the wire routing and passive attenuation. And like, it was way more than this. It would have cost like $2,400 for the same kind of thing. This was about 18, a little over 18, with LED stuff. I was saying before, this is the unfortunate thing, is that he got the remote for the LED. He's like, you're gonna be getting another envelope soonish, because I screwed up and I left the remote for your LEDs desk. But that's okay because I need to get a power adapter. Makes a really weird power adapter because he's in the EU. Yes, he couldn't get a 120 volt power adapter. Weird, but I whatever, fine. And I was like, well, I've got shit at home. No, I don't. I thought I did, but I don't. Now, I also have to say, this is the time I'm gonna do it. I should probably update this data if I can. I don't even know if there is an actual firmware out for this, but it's nice because it's just an SD card that you pull out. back in. Kind of cool. So, yeah, it's a pretty easy one to update also, which I love. It's big. This thing's big. Like, reaching way up in the air. I'm gonna need to make my my stool taller because it's like too short right now. Yeah, that when the time comes, pretty soon. Let me make sure I bash into my microphone a few more times though. That's also bad TV. Okay. Order of operations here. First of all, this thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this for the time being. Back. There. Okay, now I can get in a little bit closer. Okay. So I have this chunks close to the clock, but I had nope for clock device. No, we won't. Just kidding. Come on. I got a pocket full of nerlies. I got a pocket full of nerlies and kryptonite. Both of them. Pocket full of kryptonite nerlies. Sorry, Super. Not touch my, or it will kill. Limited edition Bifaco kryptonite. Right. I'm gonna double check too, really quick. Fire everything up. Yeah, all good. Beautiful. Definitely, I'm gonna definitely do the subharmonica on it, at least for the time being. And I could always stick it back in the case. I out of room. Por. Oh. Put this guy right here. Be okay. A bit closer to everything. I still got to put screws in the bottom two rows. I haven't done that at all. Those It's hard to get underneath this. It. Sloths, noise. Logic. Let's just put this, all these utilities, blobber right here. Son of a bitch. Yeah, so there's like an HP of weight base up there because the holes like just don't. In the hole. This is the stupidest thing. Have to like fuss over. Goddamn 4 HP basic module that I can't get it in there. I cannot make it fit. For some weird reason, it just will not line up. Maybe that. Not in there. What the fuck? The dumbest thing ever. No, that bottom one. It's at an angle or something, and I'm just not getting it the rail. Going into actual screw hole. It's just coasting on the surface. In hell. This is nuts. God. Can't get it in. It just refuses to go in there. Like I just 10 minutes Been working with this stupid white noise module for 10 minutes. This is nuts. And it's probably because it's not 100% drilled out to perfect specifications on the front panel. Thank you. Thank you for that. Let's do another one. Yeah, I can't make it fucking work. And this is the problem I've had with Z rails before. Just like, oh, we're not quite lined up, so it'll never fit ever. Logic. See? Perfectly. Right away. First try. No struggle. One of the problems is that the hole in the module, the faceplate, is like the same size as the screw hole. So if there is a slight amount of inconsistency or like off spec a little bit, it won't fit. Won't fit. Just throw a fit. Don't rhyme the word fit. Stick this little passive malt like right in the middle here. Now there it went in totally fine. So it was like it just wasn't perfectly. Here even it's stiff on the bottom. Things left. Aerator. Anyway. Ask myself a question here. The room. Right next to Well, we could always stick it. How much do I have left? This is it. Last. There. Right. So that's the last of the actual things, but I still have to put screws in the bottom 2 rows of modules, which I haven't done at all. And probably pull the subharm. And I hope it has a cable. That's good. Love it when you just try a thing and then it strips the screw out for no reason. It's great. Thanks. It's a worse fit. That's the one. Yeah, but like, does it require a replacement cable or something like that that would fit particularly with this arrangement? I know the Behringer ones, you can just pop them and they have a Eurorack cable hanging out. I've done that before. Neutron had the Neutron mount case for a long. Okay. Yeah. See, you can't. You need a completely different thing here. So pull that connector. I'm gonna pull that connector. We'll see what we're left with. Guessing that's probably the connector right there. Power connector that I can see. Yeah. So that should work. I've got an extra cable. Yep. Chonk. Chonker. Giant chonk. Oh. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get in there. Do it. Yep. Oh, 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 that's awesome. That's gonna be so cool. I'm a kid in the candy store mode right now. God, now I have that stupid Spin Doctor song stuck in my... But not I Got a Pocket Full of Kryptonite. It's the other one. It's the Two Princes one. Princess, live it for you. Go ahead now. I just said go ahead now, son, 75 times. Want to date the guy with money? Go ahead. Who cares? Oh. It's that bit. Yeah. Let's have a bit that doesn't strip out the knurlies every single time. Son of a bitch. You're not going to fit, are you? No, you're not. It's just slightly off alignment. Because all I have are tiny little holes, perfectly sized. Fuck. Tiny little perfectly sized holes. So that sounds like a good... Gotta take it. Time. It's streaming. It's 2 hours. Ah. All right. Ooh, my screwdriver is about to die. Yeah, there it goes. So, all right. Bottom row screws. Also, dusty ass motherfucker. Oh, there we go. Well, that's a stupid camera angle. This is going to make streaming kind of a problem, to be completely honest. It's going to be a bit of an issue. Getting the views and stuff. Angles right and everything. It's giant pain. So I don't lose it. Disappear. All right. Now, I'm not going to put an early in every single one. Usually do opposite corners. Just totally fine. It's perfectly stable. So I'll start these guys finger tight. Sorry, buddy. See, now it's acting like it's dead. I think it was just having a problem with those screws in the subharm. Now, as long as I'm right here, might as well throw in the send and return cables. So this is send A. This is going to left input of middle X8. And this is return. All right, man. Take it easy. See, this is stupid. I still have to put screws in. Okay. Ahead of myself here. Okay, this was dumb. What are you doing? All right. There. Now I can actually run effect send and returns. Like so. Send to chunk. Chonk chonk. There. There. That nice happy little complex of cables. That makes me very pleased. So, all right, let's continue. Someone that loves a baby can't you see. I ain't got no future or family tree, but I'm a business I have to be. I'm a metaphysics of the fantasy. Something, something. It's needed for you to get ahead and hint. Is this like a bad? No, it's not. It's a shitty nerd. It isn't. Just clearance. Absolutely no clearance. Son of a bitch. Fuck. Ass. Cock. Dropped another. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this thing is not. This particular module is not totally perfectly lined correct. This thing is it's a little bit low, or it's a little bit short by like, I don't know, a 32nd of an inch, half a millimeter. Here, check this. So like, look on the bottom. See that little gap compared to that side? That's the only way I can get the screws to actually line up. If I put it in there, slightly crooked. And I remember it kind of being like that when I first got the Wizard system. Took stuff out. Hey, Chris. Yeah, welcome to wherever this is. Heaven, hell, somewhere between. Yeah, see this fucking thing. And now because it's crooked, it's not going to work as a next door neighbor. So I'm going to put 2 screws on top. None. I still have to put screws in for everything down here. That's basically where I'm at. Everything else is done. Top 3 rows are done. Notice I camped the subharmonicon in the rack now. Makes me happy. More fucking around with the spot down here. What you got there between your knees? It's a subharmonicon. It's going to be continuing. Oh, see, this is another one. What the frickin' frack? Tiny, tiny little holes in the faceplate that are barely big enough to hold a screw. Just don't want to go in at that point. But they'll do it. They'll fucking do it. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, and on the nice other plus side here is that I do have dual melodicers again. It makes me very happy. So we got the SIG, and we have 2 melodicers. Welcome to my generative hell. Introducing the subharmonic crotch by Moog Music. Oh, did you hear you heard the news, all those watchers and viewers? Moog got bought out by some giant multinational conglomerate. It's really kind of, at least potentially, sort of upsetting. Too tight on that. All right, this is a bad idea. That can't be there. It's gonna fall, explode. It's everywhere. Baseball caps everywhere. All right, bottom row. Yeah. Now the only I have sort of like a few different things that I would say about this case so far. Number one, the LED lighting is right up under. You can sort of see it right up under here. This strip. And it looks to me like that's kind of all. So, yeah, I have a power adapter that I need to get for that, and they're come in through the back and hold. And then here's the remote sensor for it. So it'll actually have a little remote to change colors. So that's kind of nifty. I also have a 1U row now. So that's probably going to be my first purchase, is like something in that area. Because a nice thing to just fill up. So yeah, I'm going to look at that tonight, actually. I'm going to see what I can come up with as far as either a chunk of stuff in 1U format, or like that, was it Zork modular that makes the, they make a big utility, like, complex kind of. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? This is the thing, again, with the fucking small holes in the goddamn front of the module. Come on, people. So I have now wasted a whole HP right in here because of gaps between these modules that they just don't line up. And then they put a tiny hole that's exactly the size of the screw so that there's absolutely no play in between them. It's fucking stupid. Here, Erica Synths. Makes sense. They have these sideways holes with a little bit more clearance in them. Still a little bit crooked. But, you know, it is what it is. Not a lot I can do about it. That's crooked. This one's crooked too. Holy shit. What in the... It's like the rows aren't quite to spec. They aren't. Just needs to be sort of bent at first to get everything lined up. So here's what. Put screws in top. At least for these couple. Then yep. It seems like that's the solution. Is to literally smush that row together. Make sure that it grabs on beneath the right place. All right. And it is doing the job. Oh. Back my bit. I'm kind of afraid to move the Aurora because that thing was a hell of a pain in the ass to try to get it. Sample drum, this is going in like a dream. It's like, oh. But then maybe I have smushed this correct by cramming those guys in there. Like, that's probably the case. Versio? Problem? No problem at all. Again. T-Networks. Oh, God, that one doesn't want to go in either. Son of a bitch. ADAC is bad too with that. They put these tiny little screw holes in their front panels, and that's like, have no wiggle room at all. I don't understand. Oh, I know. I do. It's cheaper. It's easier to just go done. Stupid. That's not. It's not the system that any of us are running. Need a little bit of wiggle room, always. Pico low pass gate. You say Pico or do you say Pico? You say Pokey, which would be completely. A little itty bitty 2 HP. 2 HP envelope. Wiggle room. To this stuff. Two more filters. 4 more knurlies, and then an application of a electric screwdriver. Zagreb. Put it in H. Crazy Vaclav's place of autos. Oh, just kidding. Forgot the Platzes. The Platz twins. Platz twins are a biracial couple. Happy. We're here, generating tones. Just living their best life. That's it. Done. Oh. Oh. That was exhausting. Two hours and 20 minutes. Might be some kind of record. Let's do it. You ready? Ready to fire this? Explodes in a blinding flash of nuclear fire. I do have one problem. That is, till I fill these giant holes in, the blue LEDs from the power supply are just that one's just brutal. Like, holy cow. So yeah, I'm gonna have to bring, in fact, where is the Erica Synth's dual distortion? What is this? Oh, alternate stereo mixer. Forgot about that guy. Put that in there. Because hell fucking yeah. All right, in the meantime, though, that's the even. Did I do? This. There it is. Two more power cake. Oh, I have some. 1%. There's one. This. Even VCO. All right. Where can we put this little mix? Maybe I'll stick it up on top. Just to have something for mixing like modulation stuff. Could be useful. Oh Christ, I can't. And the dual drive, I think I'm going to put right here. Fit my hand. I feel missing over and over and over and over again. There. Uh, bunch of garbage. And then a random Moog case. Yeah, I mean, national tragedy. A bit much. It doesn't seem like a good thing, but who knows? Like, here's the thing: Moog has been employee for a long time, right? So they sold, and everybody agreed. And if everybody agreed, there must be something positive to it. No, it's not some man, our shareholders for dividend get out, blah, and then table tree. Goofy table. Still one thing I need to track down, and I think that's at home. Tracked. Jesus, this looks beautiful. This looks incredible. This is amazing. Yeah, they own it. You know, it's the typical. It's like Music Tribe. Music Tribe is a company that owns Behringer, right? Behringer is not Music Tribe, but it's a similar thing. There's a ton of them. Look at look at like Gibson and stuff that are owned by, I forget who they owned, Korg, or they're owned by Korg or some kind of shit like that. Like, I really don't know. Like, there's, but that's the way of the universe, you know. All right. Now the one thing I don't have any run thing at all yet is clock. I don't have clock run at all here. And I'm sort of, part of me wants to just like, what time is it? Go home, chill for a while, but man, it's already 6 o'clock. Um Mike, do I get everything going and making music today or not? Seems like everything is working. Okay. This isn't getting a clock, so that's not. Um, okay. So my clock signals typically I run first of all load settings on the data clock output. Give it more than 46 BPM. How about 70? That'll okay. So then what I like to do is to have an output that's doing quarter note clock, which is output 3. That's going to go under all of this stuff. Go right here. Boom. Okay. It's really hard to see. I got to do something about this camera. This is insane. Okay, so you can kind of see clock is coming up there. And it comes down along the bottom of the case. Unfortunately, if I do the other angle here, it's even fucking terrible. That's not horrible. That's not awful like that. At least I don't have the mass blue light blasting out the picture. Just did that top camera. That's actually pretty fucking good. I'm sort of shocked. The bottom row, we can see all of it. That's actually pretty decent. Okay, so what I need to do is figure out a way to extend that arm. This needs to just come out farther. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so anyways, clock signal number 2. This is coming out of 4 here. Same thing. I'm going to route it like through the send cables and insert cables, and then it still won't fit because reasons. Okay, so here's what we run this under all of these. That it just kind of go boink right there. I think we got to flip. Let's flip flop. So that should be my 16th note clock. That should be my quarter note clock. Yep. Out. Kind of a Now, quarter note clocks are going to go to the melodicers. So that guy goes here, clock in, and I like black cables for this because they're less visible. So these are conscious choices, sadly. All right. Tiny clock cable going to the dot sequencer. Let's hit the reset button, start it again. Four. There. Now we got it all synchronized. So now if I want to run clock to like the lizard sequencer right here, red thing. See, this is when I start to run out. I'm gonna need to put together an order for short cables. That's for damn sure. Idea. I think good idea. It's this is a little itty bitty passive mult. Thinking we could use that to distribute clock for the top row. All right. So then we take clock output and go to, let's use a right angle. So this is going to snake up into the case itself. Go super stealthy here. There. And then, like so, hangs onto the edge. Very nice. Okay, and then I have clock that I could run into here. That's working. I could run clock into the sub-harm. I will do right now. There, it's run. It's running. Into the maestro, so. So stops the clock. Everything's synchronized. Okay, cool. I need a clock for the SIG. That's going to be 16th note clock. Just use a springy cable. Who else needs a clock? Turing machine needs a clock. See, that's another one that can easily come from like up here. Oh, actually that would be completely logical, and then let's go here. Clock, boink, clock, done. Run on the outside, no issues, problems. That mult is going to make life a little easier. It's going to be kind of cool. Who else wants a clock? I know it's not the only thing. I know there's more stuff. Oh, I never put screws in the bottom rows of that. What the? Where are my knurlies? Well, that was a terrible idea. It's like 5 modules in a row here that I never screwed in the bottom. I know I'm missing something. I'm missing the emitter. That needs a clock typically, or needs if you want to have it clocked, obviously. Popple didn't get any bottom screw either. Damn. Zadar. Yeah, clocks are all sent to Maltz right now. Yeah, I think the reason that people are upset about the Moog thing is they just assume that that means that someone's going to like sell it and get rid of it and kill the company, right? That's a real fear. I mean, that typically happens. But again, if by buying the company, you know, maybe they could have a flagship synthesizer that isn't $10,000. Homie gonna have to order some more nerds too. I'm running low. There's more stuff to put in. Oh, Marbles needs a clock. That's who else. That's what I was thinking. So if I can just do this. Doesn't reach. But could run it across the top. Alt. Tuck it out of the way. Drop it down. So, which is not awful. It's not hilarious. That's not horrible, but it's, you know, it's not the worst. It's not the best thing. Okay. So curiosity. We hit go. Do we play? Fucking output. PA out. That's it. PA out. Right? That's the out. Assuming it's the out. I'm still debating to actually sit down and do a whole music stream tonight. Because I'm to be honest. Let's at least check and make sure that stuff works correct. There, just a straight output clock, trigger out. Yeah, it's just. Right. Oh, my master cable's going to the interface. That's a problem. Hey, Jojo. Those guys. These guys are the problem. There. Okay. turn cables mixed up, so I need to swap those out real quick. Easy enough. Yeah, this is probably the biggest change, is having the subharmonicon actually in the rack. I think that'll be pretty nice, actually. What we should do too is take this, throw it over on that side. That way, it actually doesn't cover up the lovely dual melodizers in the bottom row. Larger cables are going to be kind of a thing here, depending on use case. But I do have some. I do have a lot of like good size. This is going to be just a test and probably stupid, so FYI. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Unless you're into that kind of thing. Oh yeah, where are all my tiny little cables? So the outputs of this channel are going to be channel 4. Oh, shit. Shit sandwich. It's not going to reach. Son of a bitch. I guess that's fine. We could always just route them right here. Just keep close. Kind of hardwire the Aurora. Okay. Y'all shut up. What do we got here? No quantization. It's just a raw. Let's make that stop and never happen again. How about that? Seems like It's got both sides. Why this one no both sides? Oh, because the stereo channel is completely turned. Duh. that stuff is good to go. Okay. So this was exhausting, and it's kind of stupid, but I think I'm going to not stream music and some dinner, chill out, and it's already 6:30. Stream has been almost 3 hours. So tomorrow, though, absolutely. And hopefully I'll have some improvements. I might try to bring my mirrorless camera here tomorrow and actually do that and not just talk about it. Get my capture, I got a little capture box. Elgato HD60S capture thing. Yeah. We'll see. See what it looks like with the lights out. Yeah, so the blue LEDs and the power stuff up here are they're pretty fucking extreme. Odd. I don't know, if it's a problem, I can cover them up, but there's a lot of them. Each baseboard has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the middle, so there's 24. There's 24, and then there's 1, 2. There's 2 on each conditioning hub thing here. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot. Blue LEDs. Stop it. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to take off. I'm going to hit the road, and I'll definitely see you tomorrow, barring unforeseen weirdness.